Hello, everybody in the future. We were recording this right after Summer Game Fest, but you're not seeing it until July.
Wow.
So hopefully everything's going all right there in the future.
Yeah.
This is a preview for Orbitals, which was one of my most anticipated games for Summer Game Fest.
One of my most anticipated games of the entire year, Daniel Bloodworth.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not alone. Like, there were, like, Damiani and I had kind of like a little bit of a line when we first walked into the room in Nintendo's area.
Yeah, everyone ran to that game first.
So I felt like, all right, we'll go try something else and come back.
Yeah.
But if you're not familiar with this game, it's a newer studio. Kepler is publishing it. It has this crazy good anime aesthetic, and it's completely co-op, like split fiction. And then before you get started, there's this long animated intro that like shows the two main characters as kids, and this big explosion is ripping through the spaceship, and like they scan them into some pod, and I'm not sure what the heck that's about. Do you know?
I was like, I'm like, what? Like when they like go to the present, I'm like, wait, characters I thought died are still alive. Wait, I was lost. I'm like, okay, clearly they're gonna reveal it at some point, and they don't want you to know the full context. Also, like, yeah, are you humans right? Or sorry, are you like living creatures? Are you replicas right now? Are you in a digital simulation?
Humans. They got them little horns and stuff there on the one guy, Omura. There's Maki
so
and Omura.
A huge anime cutscene. I mean, My brain immediately goes to, let's get a secret level of Orbitals. Let's do that. I know that show is a little hit or miss, but like, let's get some more of that.
Yeah. They even make this comment. It was like, are they too young for this thing? And so like, I don't know. I get like Mickey 17 vibes or something. Like they just scan the kids in. So if the ship blows up, they can reprint them. So
so they just get reprinted with their. They have continuity of consciousness. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a guess. So you start 15 years later. You're bouncing around the mothership, and it seems like you've got like your own little private spaceship that they've like finally finished constructing, and they're just like happy to like get out there and start flying it around. And so there's a few little things that you have to do to kind of like get the ship prepared before you can launch.
Cool.
And there are like 3 different tools, right, Damiani?
Yeah, there was the water thing that shot out water. There was your grapple thing, and then the light. What was it? What was the last one? I forget.
Last one is like a laser.
Laser. Yep.
Yeah,
laser.
so you can have like the fire and water thing, but then you also there was one that was like, you'd shoot out a grapple and you'd have to like yank it back.
Yep.
Are there laser puzzles?
Did not come across like the things you're thinking of, but
not like a bouncing a laser around kind of thing.
Great.
There was one where one of us had to use the laser to like guide, like I would just call like a hockey puck type of thing.
Yeah.
And the other person like had to like basically make a path for like these panels that they'd have to like grab and yank to like flip these little parts on looks like the side of an engine or something. And so one person had to guide the puck to like a goal, and the other one had to make the path open for them.
Yeah, it was nothing too complicated. It was very simple and very like self-explanatory. I think it was good. I am curious like how much it'll like escalate, but I think it wouldn't be too terrible if they kept things kind of honestly like simple like that, because I think the vibes they were going for. It's not about like those frustrating, challenging situations. I would guess kind of like there was a few moments like in Split Fiction, specifically like the stealth part where you're running around there like the lasers and cameras and stuff, and you had like firearms. I'm not sure if they're gonna get to any level of that, but this felt like, especially up to like the end where we're like co-piloting, like when someone was like flying and so I was gunning, I believe, during an outer space like flights segment.
Yeah, Hubert, it's Millennium Falcon vibes, like when you actually get
Jolly.
in the ship.
That's what my brain immediately went to when Damiani said that.
Yep. One of you's piloting the ship, the other one is on the guns.
Cool.
Yeah, keep that.
That's
head
always
on a
so
swivel.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky and Wild.
Yeah, look at the footage. Maybe there are going to be parts like that, but they're definitely like easing you in, and they're letting you get acclimated to it. So, but the animation was just like constantly just jaw-dropping animation in this game. Where
yeah, it was one of those things where like I was just staring at it, trying to figure it out because, like even somebody else that was there was like asking, it's like, is that like a 2D drawing on top of a 3D background? And I looked at them rotate the camera. I'm like, nah, man, that's like fully 3D. And I don't know what kind of shading they've managed to pull off there, but it's pretty nice.
There was a cat. I got to pet the cat.
Yes.
Yes, I tried not to leave, but it started repeating the cycle of interaction. So I was like, okay, I'll go now. But
yeah, there's a fair amount of area to like explore in the base before you left, but because like the Switch 2 units were on like a hard 20-minute timer, like we were kind of rushing our way through. Yeah.
You could do emotes too. You had like an emote wheel, and you could like do like emotes. I made my character dance.
Nice.
When you are together, is it still split screen, or does it do the kind of like dynamic split screen? You both are on the same screen, so it's one type deal.
I want to say it's always split.
We were engaging in activity, like when we were controlling a character, it was always our own split character. In fact, that's how they introduce it. You're both running forward at the same time or walking forward, and it splits the screen for you. Then you get control of your characters, and then from there, unless it's a cutscene, I think any type of gameplay element. Although I did think in the footage we did see some side-scrolling segments, I think that might lock it in like that. I'm not unsure, but what we played, it was split screen. Yeah.
And how did it feel overall? Split Fiction and It Takes Two are celebrated because they are just incredible co-op games, but they are so nice to play. They feel so good to move around, to jump, to have all of these different gameplay mechanics within one game. Is Orbitals delivering on that?
I think it's a little. Yeah. I think we played a little too small of a section to really tell at this point.
We didn't play enough whatsoever.
The one thing I think is that is interesting is that those tools that I mentioned, they're not tied to either of our characters, right? They're like these tool stations, and like you could swap out. So like if Damiani didn't like the laser, he could just put it down, and then I could pick up the laser and that kind of thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always felt like you were kind of locked into your role in Split Fiction.
Yeah.
So that's nice that you can kind of like hand off and switch. That's really good.
Yeah. As Blood said, we didn't get to really play enough, and you're seeing in the trailers and footage they've released, if you're listening, a lot of like platforming, and we really didn't get to do a lot of platforming in conjunction with using tools and performing secondary actions. We really didn't have it. As he said, like it was very simple activities. Like the most complicated thing felt like opening the panels while Blood guided the air hockey puck or whatever across the surface of the engine to get it to the goal so we could repower it or whatever, repair it. Sorry.
There's also one mini game that kind of messed with your head a little bit because there were two colored buttons, so there was a sequence where it's like you'd have to be like pink, blue, blue, pink, blue. But some of the things in the sequence would swap the colors of the buttons in front of us. So you would hit pink, but then your button would turn to blue.
That's cool.
Yeah, I do think they worked in a tiny bit of a buffer, though. Like, while they were sliding across, I think anytime you hit anything, it didn't count. They had to be, like, stationary. So if you were trying to go, like, a little bit fast and you had blue, and you hit, like, the second blue, but it started to swap, I don't think it triggered a fail state for that. But otherwise, that was, like, a really neat mind game, as Blood said.
Yeah. I know we keep bringing up Haze Light, but, some people preferred It Takes Two over Split Fiction because of the story. How do we feel about, the tiny bit you've seen of Orbitals? Will it deliver a story that people care about?
I like the characters and stuff so far. I mean, it feels like, it's inspired by some Ghibli stuff and some early 80s anime.
Mm-hmm. Because the vibes are there for sure.
The vibes are very much there, yeah. Like a little bit Gundam maybe in there too,
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I would probably, again, we didn't play enough for me to make a call. So, like, on a superficial level, yes, like, it's got a lot going for it. They didn't end with like a little bit of a hook, like you're going through some kind of rift when he flew out there, and it's like, all right, you know, what's going on? Plus, what we said, the opening, it's like, what the heck just happened? What? Wait, we're all back normal now after what just happened? What? So they do have that going for them in terms of like a kind of like a little bit of intrigue to hold your interest.
Awesome. This is a Switch 2 exclusive.
Yeah.
Orbitals. Honestly, one of the biggest exclusives of the year. So the stakes are very high, and my expectations and my hype are at the max. I couldn't be more excited for this game. I'm so pumped to go through this, and I hope it delivers.
Yeah, coming out September, right?
September 3rd. Right? Coming up soon. Before the deluge of late September, for sure. Coming out at honestly the most perfect time. September 3rd, early September. Thank you both for your Orbitals hands-on. We are Easy Allies. If you want to see more SGF coverage, we've got a ton of that. I know this preview is coming out a little bit later because of embargoes, but if you want more, head on back to Easy Allies and check out all of our SGF coverage. Thanks so much.